Okay, so we're going to talk about re-entering the field with our business. We're going to give you some ideas. We're gonna we're just going to give you our ideas, and this is kind of like the same concept as if you had, you know, for me example, in July, I you know, I do a lot of traveling, and so because of seminar, vacation, our beach vacation with our Chinese family friends, and things like that, it's 3 weeks that I'm out of town, and so I kind of have to re-enter the workforce every August once I get the kids into school, and so I'm just going to kind of give you the same guidelines that I go by. So the first thing is okay, so I know many of you had goals before and you've hit a speed bump. We all did, but good thing we didn't hit a brick wall. We just hit a speed bump. And so what I want you to start off by doing is setting a goal. Deciding, it might be the goal that you had before all of this took place. You know, for me, we were on target. We finished our 3rd month of Pink Cadillac. We only had 3 more to go. And so it's kind of like, oh, okay, we've got to go into 5th gear immediately. I've got to go into 5th gear immediately. So setting a goal is important. Mary Kay always said this: a goal that is never set will be missed every time. I'm going to tell you what else a goal does for you. A goal has always given me the courage to make that extra booking call, talk to that sharp woman, make that chicken list, call everybody on the chicken list. It's given me courage. Okay, that's what a goal does for you. When you don't have a goal and you don't have anything attached to your actions, then you're not going to do it. You're not going to be motivated. So a goal actually equals motivation. Okay, and it's confidence. A goal gives you confidence. You actually don't think about the fear. You feel the fear and you do it anyway. And so it's so vital that you set a goal tonight for whatever day you can enter, you know, re-enter the work field, that you hit the ground running. But the great thing is, and we're going to talk about this too, is our virtual parties are still going on. And guys, they are crazy successful. What we've got to get better at is getting the people on, okay? The follow-up, the coaching our guests, maybe offering them a few more incentives to get on, okay? Because we know what happens when they get on. We get them on the product. We sell product, we get them on the product, and then we book them for that next appointment. However or whenever that might be, okay? So setting that goal is so important. Also, get excited about your future and what this company can do for you, because we don't know what the economy is going to look like on the other end of this, okay? But here's what we know for sure. Whether it's a strong economy or a weak economy, we thrive in whatever economy we're in. Okay, we know that. We've already been through it. We have a 57-year-old company that has proven over time. Cosmetics has been proven even before 50, you know, further back than 57 years during the Great Depression. So we know that if we stick to our plan, we will sell product. We will team build. Why is team building highly successful in weak economies? Because everybody needs a side hustle. Everybody's got to have that extra money because they don't have this or they don't have that, or they're trying to catch up, or they're trying to pay off those credit cards if they were living off the credit cards when they didn't have the paycheck coming in. That's why recruiting goes up. People start to see, you know what, I need a plan B in case this happens again and my plan A falls through. And so everybody's got that plan B. And that's why we know on the other end of this, no matter if it's that, if you watch the news, they think we're going to do a V. We think we're going to spike back up an economy. But even if it's a U and it takes a little bit of a dip, we are going to be successful as long as we put in the work. And, for those of you that are on, I'm just kudos to you because, seriously, it says a lot to me that you're on, and it says a lot to me of the people that are not on. That has always meant a lot to me. So setting that goal, knowing where you're going, and knowing, what I'm going to tell you today is we're going to be okay. We're in a great business. Some of those other direct sales are not. They're not going to be okay because you can only have so many purses, or you can only have so many pieces of jewelry. You get it. You guys know it's not a consumable product. It's not an essential product. We thrive in weak economies because when women can't go out and buy new, this or that, she's going to get a new lipstick or a new eyeshadow, and she's going to feel like $1,000,000. We were just talking about that before all the guests got on. We are all going to grow from this, and we're going to look back and we're going to think, wow, I learned something vital that is going to help me in the future. I can already say that. You guys know I am not a social media virtual person. I am in your kitchen, at your kitchen table, belly to belly, toe to toe, face to face. That's me. I don't do Facebook, but I have somehow learned to do virtual parties, and they're really successful, and I'm super excited about that. So what I'm going to tell you, and I'm giving you some ideas about how will your week look, how will your month look. I don't want us to get away from the virtual party, because think about all the people in other states, that you can't get to. That now the virtual party is now going to become one of the fillers of your monthly activities. What are the fillers? One-on-one facials, on-the-go selling, virtual parties. Okay, those are the fillers. Your base activity is always going to be the skincare class. And so now that's the personal growth for me, is I have another filler. So over in a year's time, when we look back at 12 months after this, I think we're going to see an increase in our baseline. If you went through the Build Your Own Paycheck group, those words are very similar, that building, what is your baseline? I think and I believe that our baseline is going to be elevated now because we have this extra new filler, facials, virtual parties, on the goes, that we didn't have before. I didn't have the confidence that I could sell the kind of product that I could sell virtually without actually having it in their hand. But now we know. So guys, the sky's the limit. The country is an open field for us. And so when you're making your hot list, we're going to talk about your hot list. Now you're going to have your hot list of A and B. Okay, we'll talk about who's on A, who's on B. But then your C is the whole country. That's outside your radius that you can't actually get to easily. But hey, you book them. And now when you're doing your referrals and people say, oh, I'm new here. Everybody I know is in Indiana. Hey, that's okay. You think they'll do a virtual party for me? Boom. That's how you expand and you increase your territories in those 10 areas that Mary Kay's always talked to us about building. Build in 10 geographic areas. So when something like this happens, you still have a business, or when tornadoes hit or hurricanes hit. And so I love that for me, that is the personal growth that I'm seeing from all this for myself already. All right, so now let's talk about some ideas. iCream socials. Here's some fun booking ideas, because here's the deal. If you're going to go through your hot list, these are everybody that you know with skin, and you're going to book them. Starting in May or May 15th or whenever. You want to do something fun, maybe even host some of these for yourself. Have a couple that you're hosting every single month in your home to generate the activity. You guys know we have our Thursday nights here at my place, but if have them in your home. Eye cream socials, that's where you're going to focus on all the eye creams, eye products, brow liners, all that kind of stuff, you know, all that knowledge. But here's the deal, whatever theme you're doing, you never ever want to leave out your skincare. Remember, skincare is our bread and butter, and we lead with that at all times, at all costs, no matter what. Okay, no matter what. So the eye cream social, you're gonna get, you know, store-bought ice cream with your little sides, your sprinkles, your chocolate chips, whipped cream, you know, cherries, nuts, whatever, and you just have a whole ice cream bar. And it's such a cute theme, and people love it. Even make homemade ice cream. I love little fun parties like that. That's gonna generate some bookings. Even get somebody to host those. Spa night by candlelight. You guys know that's probably my ultimate favorite summertime party. And I just ordered my box of, a box of these from the Dollar Tree. They're 24 for $24. And they come in pink, mint green, and turquoise. And everybody, all the guests gets one during my spa night by candlelight. And I keep them chilled in a little soft cooler bag with an ice pack in there. And so when we get to, you know, when you maybe even do your, now that we have eye patches, you can put them on top of maybe your eye patch. It's just fun, just something extra to add to the, you know, the theme of the party. I always do the cutest flip-flop contest, or you can do margaritas, you know, non-alcoholic or alcohol, I don't care, but have a, you know, frozen drink facials or whatever. There's so many fun things. You know your customer base, you know your friend base. But you know what? To ease back into the field, I think you're going to have to tap into the people that love you the most. And sometimes that means taking the word party out of our vocabulary, because party scares certain personalities. Okay. When you study personalities, and I hope you guys have done the personality test, that's so important to know. There are certain people that are highly intimidated by the word party. They feel rejected if people don't come to their parties. They don't think people like them. It's high school all over again. And so maybe knowing who you're talking to and using the right words that, you know, that will soften the blow of, hey, can you get a couple of friends together? Can you do trading faces, or can you get you and two friends to try these products, or a test panel? You figure out what you need to say to that person that you're trying to book. It's spinning on a dime. Great leaders can spin on a dime just like that and change it up. You got to be able to change your words to communicate with the person that you're trying to book. Now, we all know there are certain personalities who love to entertain. They love party, and that's their love language. And you know what? Don't be afraid to throw down that word party, but you got to know that our meaning of the word party and other people's meaning of the word party might be interpreted in a negative way, and it might stop you from getting a booking. And so being able to read people and understand people and who they are and what their love language is so important when it comes to getting people on the date book. Okay. So increasing your hostess incentive. Okay. Anytime I was working on a big goal, I would always change my hostess incentive to something very, very aggressive. Okay. And I've had some doozies, and I would have bookings out of the, you know what, I did 19 spa night parties in 1 month. When I was earning my first pink Cadillac, 19 parties in June. I was definitely ready for my vacation in July. And I had a very highly aggressive hostess plan. Now, so that's, by doing that, having an aggressive hostess plan also is another, it gives me a lot of courage and motivation to book those people that were on my chicken list, believe it or not. The more aggressive my plan, the more confident I became and the better quality of the person that I booked. Okay. And it all went hand in hand. And I have learned that over the last 19 years. That's how I work. Okay. So,
Can you give some examples of that aggressive?
yeah. So, like, usually when I want to have a really sharp person book, and I only target the people that I know are going to spend money. They spend money, and they know people that spend money. Okay. And so I'll say $100 for free if you have 5 people there. 5 people, $100 for free. That is only $50 out of my pocket when I give $100 in free product. Okay. And so $50 to meet 5 new people is totally worth it for me. I don't even care what the sales are because I have confidence in my product, not always confidence in myself, but confidence in my product, that if I can just get the product on 5 new people, I know what I can do. I can have $1,000 party. So heck yeah, I'm gonna give her $100 because I'm gonna make I'm gonna sell $1,000. Now I will tell you my really aggressive program. You can't do this now because Mary Kay doesn't have it, but back then they had this hostess gifts. And that summer or that spring, it was these beautiful white robes, like a bathrobe, really thick, like the kind you would wear in a hotel. And they were $10 a piece. Well, I immediately, instead of saying, I'm just going to buy as many as I can and give them to everybody that comes to the party. So I booked 19 spa parties and I told them everybody that came to the party got a free robe. Well, it worked. But here, I guess everybody else got my same idea because then Mary Kay put a limit on how many we could order per order. Oh my God. It was like 5 for every $225 order. So I was ordering like crazy to keep up with my robe demand. But hey, it worked. And I have my pink Cadillac. So, but yeah, so I would always like crunch the numbers, think, I mean, look at some of your big ticket products, like, your Skin Vigor brush, or your Skin Sonic brush, the roll up bag monogrammed. Really think about that. Or just that $100, we have some pink $100 bills with Mary Kay on it. Just take a picture, text it, and, get creative and think about if you're excited about it, your customers will get excited. So having that really, really aggressive hostess plan will give you the courage to book those people that you haven't had the courage to book. Also, those people that will not party with you, don't be offended. We know that they're just not the party type. They're the ones that you want to follow up with customer follow up with foundations. The more I study and read up on this foundation, the 3D foundation, I think we all need to be doing foundation checkups this summer because everybody needs to be wearing this foundation. It is unbelievable. I don't know why I've fallen more in love with it now. I think because, like I said, I've been reading up more and watching more videos on how it's put on and just looking at the different skin. And it's crazy insane how amazing it is. Also, summer color checkups. We'll have some summer products coming out. That's a test panel booking. You guys know that's one of my new favorite bookings is test panel bookings, and saying, hey, I've got these new products. Will you sit down with me? Can you get 2 friends? And you guys try this. I'll give you each, $10 in free product, whatever to try, $15, whatever. You spend on a dime. Now, if it's somebody that's never purchased from you, don't be giving out free money. You got to know, you got to work from your chicken list to get the high end, okay? Because I guarantee you, somebody that's broke is not on your chicken list, okay? Let's be real. Your chicken list is full of somebody that's sharp, confident, very well put together, and that's why you're intimidated by her. But she's the one that's going to spend the most money. And so booking the right people with this aggressive plan, or your checkups or your test panels, you will see some new stuff come out May 1st. we're not allowed to talk about it right now, but because of the coronavirus, it won't be a complete launch, but it'll be a great incentive. Eventually, you'll have some fun stuff to do test panels with this summer. And once again, that's another booking. 4 times a year when we do our product launches, those are test panel bookings. That's test panel. We got a new test panel. And those always, I usually end up with, boom, 8 bookings on the first day that I've always booked my test panels.
Hey, Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah. Would just to clarify for like Kathy's benefit, would you say that more of your chicken list is your B list people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. B list was always your chicken list, and your A list, or it doesn't matter, A or whatever you want to call it. Your confident people that you're not scared of, you can call them your B, and your A list is your chicken list. And then make a C list with all your out-of-state people. So we've added to that list. Okay, so now don't forget also, we always have a big sale, our big annual 1-day sale in June, because that helps us to finish the seminar year on June 30th strong. That's something we do to help the team as a whole. But what that does for you is that actually is a booking opportunity, because they're calling you to get that discount. And all you've got to do is say, let's say you're giving them a 20% discount or 25% discount, and they place their order. And if it's under a certain amount, you can say, hey, I would love to give you 50% off this. Could you host a test panel for me? And boom, now you're all booked up for the end of June and the middle of July or whenever. So the annual sale, yes, it's generating sales in June, but they're calling you, and now you're going to offer them, you're going to turn that around and offer it and turn it into a booking opportunity. And now you've got bookings in July, when sometimes bookings can be, kind of hit or miss in July. Let's just be real, it's July. And so that's why we do that sale in June. You've got to always know that when I give you an idea, there is a strategy behind it. There is a method always to my madness. Y'all, I've been doing that June sale. This will be my 20th year, okay? I've never, ever missed it. And it literally takes me through the summer, okay, with activity wherever I need it. So I love, love, love that sale. And so you've got a great game plan. Let me see a few other things. The annual sale. We talked about your continuing on with your virtual parties. We talked about how that's a new filler. Marianne, do you want to add, and Trinity and Tammy, you guys want to add some of your ideas?
Yeah, a couple things is just realize your seasons. So the people who are always successful, number one, they recognize windows of opportunity. Number two, they take them. The people who aren't successful kind of look around and wonder, what happened? Like, they have no idea what happened. You guys are so blessed to have such a wonderful company that is so aware of our opportunities, and we're so willing to teach you how to use those opportunities. They're gifts that everybody has these same opportunities. It's whether or not you see it and whether or not you use it. Okay. And so one thing I learned in college, it was an acronym. It's called SOS Pi. And it's like this wheel. It's just the different aspects of your life. The S stands for spiritual, occupational, social, physical, intellectual, and educational. And so it's kind of like, you're assessing how well am I doing in each areas of my life. And because in quarantine, we're just really hyper aware of making ourselves better and listening to what God's saying in this season. And so right now, this is like a planting season. You guys know in our Mary Kay business, it works in 90-day cycles. So basically right now, so it's like the month 1 is planting, month 2 is growing, month 3 is harvesting. So you get to harvest what you did 2 months before. So in March, when quarantine hit, we're going to see those results. We're really going to be able to harvest those in May. You know what? It's through reorders. It's through people who are finally ready to sign up because they've had the layering process for the last, they've been able to have a facial. They've been able to have a makeover. They've been able to have an interview. They've had that time, and then they're ready in May finally. And so same thing this April, May, June, July. Okay. And so right now it's crucial that you're planting, because I just like Michelle said, when we get out of quarantine, don't you know, people are going to be ready to get in front of their friends. They are going to be like fiending for reasons to get together. And you are like the unquarantined fairy, and you have the coolest ideas of how to get people together. Bring food. I'm just saying, you will get so much more people. You've got to bring the food. People are ready to eat, even though we've been eating this whole time. And it's celebration eating. It's another reason to eat. Okay. So yeah, so this is our time, when we come out of this, when we get out of the season, we don't ever want to waste a storm. And so when you look back, you want to say, how did I get better? There's going to be people who are bigger, faster, stronger, and there's going to be people who stay the same. Who do you want to be when you come out of this? And work on that. And that's it for me.
Yay, that's awesome. Trinity, you want to share?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I've already had 3 parties that are booked to be determined the date, because people are so excited to get together and have parties. So they're going to feed off of your excitement. They're going to feel excited if you're excited, but they're already going to feel excited as it is, because they're going to feel like, oh my goodness, this is the time. Just like Michelle said, don't call it a party. This is a pampering session. We all need pampering. We need to get out of the house. It is our freedom party. So I definitely think that that's going to be the biggest thing. Your hostess plan is going to be huge. Just like Michelle said, you have a good one and be excited about it. So you can offer $20 a person all day long. If you're not excited, they're not going to feel excited. So, if you're excited about a monogrammed roll-up bag, they're going to be excited. You got to be pumped and ready to go when this happens. And that's the thing, is you have to stay in front of your customers right now. You can't disappear. Like Marianne said, you've got a couple of months and then you're going to reap the harvest. So you've got to stay in front of them right now and be checking on them, messaging them, how are you doing? Now you have all the time to really touch base with them, so that whenever re-entry happens, they're not like, oh, what's your name again? Who are you? You know what I mean? They need that connection with you now. So keep in touch with them, keep touching base with them. My customers are still messaging me, I can't wait to have a party when all this is over. And that's because I'm staying in front of them, whether it's social media, whether it's touching base with them personally in a message, sending out cards, sending out, just different things like that, because you have the time now. So use it wisely, so that in a couple of months, when things pick back up, you're going to be able to reap that harvest. So Tammy, is there anything you wanted to add?
Tammy has a headache. I'm not sure. She's had a headache all day.
Poor thing. It's probably the weather.
Yeah, it is. It's been pretty bad, but it's a lot of great information, and y'all covered everything well. What Michelle said, the parties, even hosting parties at your house, that was a huge success for me during DIQ. That's what helped me complete DIQ. And these people have been in their houses. So invite them over to your house. Everybody wants to get out of their house. And I know I am missing people terribly. Like, I am a people person, and I am so missing people. So I'm super excited for the time when I can get back in front of people, and they're going to be excited too. But love the ice cream social, or the ice cream party, not party.
Yeah, ice cream social. Ice cream social. Ice cream, yeah.
Ice cream social.
Yeah. Yep. It's so funny that, so when we were talking about the personalities, I'm going to say this and then we'll go. When we're talking about the personalities, I know that Tammy has said this multiple times, that she needs people. Tanya has said, I need people. Dana has said, I need people. Okay, so if you guys know their personalities, those are the kind of women that will book parties with you, okay? And they're not afraid of the word party. So think about those ladies and their personalities if you don't know the personality chart. And it's okay to say the word party with them, but just, read people, study people. and use the right language, the right love language, and get lots of bookings. Because a booking is booking. It's like a snake's a snake, no matter what you call it.
Right.
A booking's a booking. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Don't forget, Tuesday night is another glamour party night, and then Thursday we'll do another virtual skincare. So we will continue on, and you guys stay safe. Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Stop recording.
Michelle, I think I have like 4 people ready to schedule where they're just waiting for an okay.